Hi friends, today we gonna study how to use the data validation function of Excel. So we have a file with us in which we have the headings like serial number, topic to be covered, helpful or not, and the date. So if I'm conducting a training on Excel with all these topics mentioned in the topic column, and suppose I share this file with all the participants and ask them that next to each topic, please write down whether that topic was helpful, yes, or whether it was not helpful, no, or maybe if they are doubtful, or maybe etc. So in this scenario, what happens once I share this file with the participants? In spite of me giving the instructions, quite possible that some person might type Y for yes instead of typing the whole thing. Some person might type N for no instead of typing the whole thing. And some person might type may space B instead of typing maybe. And at the end, when I collate everybody's data, I'll be having mixed data in this column, which will create a challenge for me while creating reports. So if I want to avoid this, Excel provides you a wonderful feature which is called as data validation. So what I would like now is next to each topic over here, the user should get a drop down and select from only those choices which I want him to select from. So if you want to do something like this, here's what you are going to do. First find a blank location in the sheet, and over here we might type all the valid choices which could be yes, no, or maybe. If you have more choices, you can type them. Remember that share this data at a different location in the sheet somewhere away from the data. For the purpose of training, I am keeping it close over here so that you can compare it with the data. But in the actual scenario, we hide it at a remote location in the sheet. Once I have done this, I highlight the entire column where I would like to have the validation feature. So right up to here. And then I go in the menu and select data. Next to data, I select validation. And in validation, you get three options in this dialog box. One is settings, second is input message, and third is the error alert. So first we go in settings, and over here where it asks us for allow, I click on this drop down and I select list. Then it asks me where is the source for the list. So I click in this area and come down in my sheet and highlight my possible choices. Once I have done that, I can go in the input message and I can give the user the instructions like select any choice from the drop down menu, and in the error alert, in case the user is forcing some invalid choice, so I can give a message there like invalid choice, please select only the options from the drop down menu only. Now remember, these two options, error alert and input message, are optional. If you want, you can provide them. If you want, you can keep it blank. But this option of providing list and the choices in the source is essential. Once we have done that, we'll click on OK and our data validation is ready. So let us check. So if I don't get any message, but the moment I click anywhere in this column, it gives me an input message, select any choice from the drop down menu, and I click on this drop down and I select yes, no or maybe. If I'm forced to enter some wrong choice like only no and hit enter, the error alert gets invoked and it tells me invalid choice. Please select only from the options from the drop down menu. I select retry and the options from the drop down menu. Okay, and that's how the data validation feature works. Now, maybe in a later point sometime you might require to remove this validation feature. So if you would like to get rid of the validation feature, just highlight the column like this where the data validation is given. Then come to data, select data validation and select clear all. Once you have done this and clicked on OK, all your data validation is on again. So friends, hope you have enjoyed learning the data validation feature of Excel. If you have any queries, I would be happy to answer them if you write an email to me. And if you enjoy the training, please click on like and the subscribe button. Have a great day, friends. Thank you.